Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week River Song makes her grand return, but she's not the only thing I can't take my eyes off.
No, fair play. That was good.
Yeah, I knew it!
That was good. That was good. I couldn't even contain myself when I heard that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast. My name is Nathan. I am joined, as always, by Lawrence, my companion, as we go on this adventure through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. That was good. That was a good little intro you did there.
Thank you.
I'm still not sold on the delivery. Okay.
Yeah, look, the voice needs work, but the content, I think that's the first time I've really nailed it.
That was well written. The award for best writing goes to me, but you get a close second. Okay.
That's all I can hope for.
You are the runner-up in this competition.
Silver is still on the podium. I'm happy with this.
You're up there. At least you're not in the bin with everyone else. What's going on, Lawrence? I'll tell you what's going on. Discord. Join it or I'll shoot you. Anyway. It's a good fun time. We're having fun.
We did have fun. We actually dropped in. We were on the voice chat a couple of days ago.
We paid the peasants a visit.
Yeah. We checked in on our humble kingdom. We checked in. We'd finished recording AHP, and we were just kind of there, like, well, it's past the point of if we were going to go to bed, we would have gone to bed by now. So we were like, let's just go and be weird.
Yeah, we hung out in the Discord voice chat server for a little while. A bunch of cool peeps dropped by. It was nice to talk to everyone. We all had it was about an hour, wasn't it? We was all just chilling out, talking.
We were having a bit of a natter, yeah. We kind of ranged from all topics. We got chatting about uni a lot, which made us feel really old.
Yeah. I think at one point we discovered that I was the oldest person in the server, but I don't believe that's the case anymore, though. So,
okay.
Yes. So interesting little update. But
name and shame. Who is the OAP that we're harbouring in the server?
You'll find out during Still Got Thoughts. Okay. But
okay.
But there we go. So it's a good fun time in the server. So come join us again. Fun Doctor Who chats, fun chats in general. Talk about a book or a TV show, whatever you want. It's all good stuff. It's a safe space. It's a fun place, and we're there. So what more could you want?
Exactly. I don't think we've actually reiterated that before. It's not just. It's a lot of Doctor Who, but it's not just Doctor Who.
No.
There's some sub corners of the server.
It's mostly Doctor Who. I mean, it's a server for a Doctor Who podcast. What do you want? It's gonna have a little Doctor Who, all right?
Yeah, exactly. We know the audience, all right? Fucking hell.
What is it you said last week? Yeah, when you're consciously aware of our audience.
I didn't even realise that was like a joke, but people have seemed to have picked up on that.
Basically saying he knows our audience is extremely gay, which is true, okay?
And I feel outnumbered.
We've picked up, we're a queer following. We have a queer following, which Lawrence feels uncomfortable with.
No, come on now.
He's extremely homophobic. Anyway.
Oh, dear Lord. Nathan, shall we talk about Doctor Who?
Do I have anything else to mention, first of all? I don't think I do, so I think, yes, we should.
Any more threats about joining our social medias or Discords?
Not this week. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. But no, Lawrence, I would love to talk some Doctor Who, so I'm gonna. This it is Series 5, Episode 4. It is written by the man, the myth, the legend, the returning legend, Stephen Moffat, and directed by Andy Smith. It is, of course, The Time of Angels. Ooh. Bit of sizzle, bit of spooky sizzle.
Another one where they just give away the villain of the piece in the title. They're like, there you go.
I think you need to get over this, man.
No.
There seems to be a criticism you're bringing up. I think you just like, how much better is it gonna be if you like don't know?
Look, I understand they have to make trailers. I get this. Right?
Yeah.
It's like that they killed off Spider-Man in Endgame or in Infinity War, and then he's in the trailer for his movie coming out in like a month. Like I get it, but okay, yeah, maybe I'll just let it go.
Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
General thoughts, Nathan. Where are you sitting with Time of Angels? You just said it. Yeah, the Time of Angels.
The Time of Angels. Yes.
The time, yeah.
I'll tell you after you tell me yours.
Okay. Stop doing this.
No, I never will.
I think it's good. I think it's good mostly. I think it suffers the same fate as many part ones do, in it being a lot of setup. But it's very easy to ignore that it's mostly setup. When you get a really good returning villain, you give them really cool and interesting new returning villain lore. And also, obviously, you've got Alex Kingston coming back to just absolutely steamroll through everyone with charisma and charm and everything else. So yeah, I like it. I think it's a good time.
Spoiler alert.
Nope.
All right, well there we go. Has anyone get any MASH to go with this certified banger?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm saying it. No part 1 syndrome here. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Big disagree right off the bat. Firing on all cylinders. The return of River Song, the return of the Weeping Angels, new lore to sink our teeth into, creepy and spooky scenes, incredible pacing. This episode literally feels like it's 10 minutes long. Okay,
it is a breezy boy. Yeah,
it's so well paced. I'm like, by the time it's finished, I'm like, fuck, we're done. Oh, that was a whole 45 minutes. Okay, shit, banger. Banger, certified banger. So good. I love it.
I love the way you introduce banger now. Who's got some mash?
Bangers and mash.
I actually had bangers and mash yesterday. If you
literally no one cares.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong, are you?
I am not wrong at all.
Bombard Nathan in the emails if he's wrong. Yeah, it's a quick breezy boy. I didn't know where you'd sit with this one because if I remember Blink, you had the hot take that Blink is overrated.
It is. It's good. It's good, but I think people put it on such a high pedestal. Oftentimes it's hailed as the best episode of Doctor Who, full stop. Yeah. And I'm like, let's all calm down for a second.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Yeah,
yeah, I don't
I think the Doctor should be in the best Doctor Who episode of all time.
Not when there's episodes like Waters of Mars and Heaven Sent floating around, you know. But hey, it's good, but let's all calm down. Anyway, no, but my thoughts on my thoughts on that aside, I still like Blink. I still think it's a good fun time. I really like the Angels, so having them come back is great. I think they're very well used. I love River, so it's fucking great to have River back. This returning very mysterious character from series. A whole thing in fucking series 4 was, ooh, I'm from your future, I'm mysterious. And now we're seeing that pay off. That's fucking cool. In that episode, she's like, hey, have we done Crash of the Byzantium yet? And we're like, what's that? Who knows? We'll never know.
Some
trick.
Doctor Who bollocks.
We're fucking finding out now. This is the Crash of the Byzantium, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did. I watched Confidential just like you.
Whoa. Insane.
I like that in Confidential there's this kind of part where Moffat...
I didn't need to watch Confidential to know that, but okay.
Fine. All right, fine. No, there's this interesting part where he's almost really chuffed and smug about it because he's
Who is?
It's Stephen Moffat because he's brought back his fan favorite villain, and he's like, I wrote them into someone else's show, but let's have them do a victory lap in this one, and obviously. What I don't know is River Song one of his crowning jewels of writing.
There is a moment in that Confidential where he basically just takes out his cock and just slams it on the table, and it's just fucking look at this, everyone. Look how fucking good I am.
You've been getting way too vulgar lately across both podcasts. All right, you need to tone it down.
What did I say on another pod?
I tell you what, I'm not going to remind you. Just enjoy it on Friday morning with everyone else.
I probably won't listen. Just tell me.
There was an awful lot of cum metaphors.
Oh, there was. Yeah. Okay.
In the first 5 minutes, I might add.
Little sizzle for everyone there.
I mean, it'd be out for you guys. Go listen to that if you dare.
What I was getting at when I asked you to repeat who said that was you're saying Stephen's name very weird. What's this Moffat you keep saying?
So what is it? We've done this. Moffat.
Yeah,
Stephen Moffat.
You're really enunciating the fat. You're really Stephen Moffat. You know,
Stephen Moffat. I've always said it like Stephen Moffat.
Stephen Moffat.
Moffat.
Moffat, yeah.
Moffat.
It's spelt Moffat, but no one talks like that.
No, I'm just doing a few more takes so that when you do the edit, you can just scream internally about how much I'm not getting it.
What I will do. Anyway, should we get into it?
Yeah, probably.
Great. So we open on a bloke who has been kissed with the hallucinogenic lipstick.
Oh, yeah.
Saucy. Mans is tripping balls. But then we quickly find out he's not in a field, as he seems to believe, where it's a beautiful day. He's instead on a spaceship.
I like this. I like the lipstick. It's like the perfect device for River to have, flirty and a bit sneaky.
Sexy.
Yeah. How's she not hallucinating? Because it'd be on her lips too, right?
Yeah, no, but don't worry about it.
Okay, all right. Can we worry about her multi-purpose gun as well?
No, don't worry about it. She puts it on. You can get multi-purpose guns. That's fine.
I'm fine with it. I just wanted to talk about it. I think it's cool.
She puts on the lipstick, and that means she's fine. And then whoever she kisses gets kissed.
Maybe it's like one of them, like the sticky sellotape thing. Like it doesn't affect your side.
I think you're just thinking of Batman and Robin.
Am I? I don't know Batman and Robin that well.
No, do you not?
Does this happen in Batman and Robin?
Yeah, like Poison Ivy, she like kisses people, and then like Robin pulls off his little cellophane lips, and he's like, "Ha! We just kissed for no reason."
Yeah, I didn't pull away though.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. Also, I'm a 35-year-old man who was adopted by Bruce Wayne.
I'm a little orphan grown
I'm a
adult.
little orphan boy. Yes.
Look at my stubble. Oh, dear Lord. All right, the multi-purpose gun, Nathan. We must discuss.
I mean, must we? It's just a multi-purpose gun.
It's a device. We do device talk, all right? We're not making that a thing, but we always do the device. There wasn't as far as I could tell, please correct me if I'm wrong, people that know more about Doctor Who than me. As far as I could tell, there wasn't a toy of this. There wasn't a figure.
Well, fucking hell, Lord knows if there was, you'd have it.
I'd have tracked it down. I'd have been at Lorimer's.
It'd have been hunting the aisles at Lorimer's, fucking searching for this little gun.
What do you make of the gun?
To add to your fucking collection, General Grievous over there. To be honest, I have no strong. To be honest, I never even thought about the gun until you literally just mentioned it. Okay, that's how little I get. If I'm being completely honest.
It's cool. It's like a little. It looks like a human gun, so it's like you could take it around on Earth. No one would bat an eyelid. They might because you have a gun. But like,
what's she using that gun for?
It's a laser cutter thingy, isn't it?
And what's she laser cutting?
The door?
I'm setting you up, Lawrence.
Oh no, I don't know what you're setting me up for.
She's laser cutting Gallifreyan graffiti.
Oh, I see. You were moving on with the plot.
Yes,
I was trying to.
yes.
I thought you were joking.
No. I was.
Well, joke's on you, Nathan, because you thought we were moving on with the plot, but I'm actually wanting to talk more about this gun.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay, great. Well, she's using this gun. She's cutting up some words into this big little box. Yeah. And then we actually cut away. We move away from the spaceship to 12,000 years ago. Ooh. We get a flashback, and we have the Doctor and Amy wandering through a sort of museum, sort of a church, whatever. It is what it is.
It feels like they slapped a few glass cabinets in St. Paul's Cathedral.
I mean, that's literally what they did, but probably not St. Paul's. Probably not St. Paul's Cathedral.
No, some random church somewhere else.
St. Thomas's in Cardiff. I'd say that's one. You know. Yeah. Anyway, no, this is a bit of fun. I like the idea of the Doctor just going to a museum and just being like, wrong, no, that's not right. You know,
he's actuallying the museum.
He is, yeah. And if anyone has a right to, it's this guy.
It's true. I quite liked Amy's observation of like keeping score. Like I don't know. I think it's quite nice that we've gone from the 10th Doctor, who kind of in his final days was being like, I can do whatever I want. I'm crazy now. I'll change whoever. I'll save whatever. Fix points in time. Fuck them. And then we've gone to this Doctor who is like, it feels like he's checking that his meddling and his gallivanting hasn't changed anything too much. Like, I better just, yep, that's still where it should be. That makes sense. Cool. Like, I quite like that idea.
I don't know if he's too worried about that. I think he's just having fun.
He might just be having fun, but I also think, I mean, the Doctor, there's a million things going on in the Doctor's head at one time. So I quite like the concept that it's more time travel stuff, isn't it? I better just check in, make sure that ended up where it should have done.
Well, it is more time travel stuff, and he talks about the writings, the Gallifreyan graffiti in this homing box from the spaceship, and he talks about, how it's ancient Gallifreyan, how these words can burn stars and raise empires and topple gods. And Amy quite rightly asks this point, asking, "Oh, well, what does it say? What is this mysterious encryption that we have to decipher?" Yeah. And then he just takes a beat and defeatedly goes, "Hello, sweetie." Okay. And it's good stuff. I love that. Like, Matt Smith does it well. This like excited build up just to have this kind of defeated mediocre reveal, like he did it in the Between episode. What was it called? The Meanwhile in the TARDIS with the the chameleon circuit disguise thing. Yeah, and he's just
then
good
it
at it.
Disguises itself as a 1960s police box. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I like that. I think the "Hello, Sweetie" line is great, and it's like it's paired with the cut of the sliding door to reveal Alex Kingston, who just like and also she's not we've not seen her really. We saw her in a bit of a white flowy dress, but we've not seen her outside of her astronaut gear, right?
No.
And she's just looking cool. You get more of a sense of her character, like she's not on a mission.
Sexy.
Yeah, she's sexy. She's having fun.
She's sexy. She's having fun. She's got red heels. She's got lipstick. She's gonna kill a man. I'm having a good time. She
got them. What's them red bottom shoes that everyone goes on about? They're quite fancy.
Red bottom shoes.
No, do you know the one that? No, there's like a famous shoe that's really expensive.
I don't know shoes.
No, nor do I. I've been wearing the same pair of trainers for 2 years, but like the same.
Louis Vuittons.
Ah, so there you go. You do know about the shoes.
I just know the name. I don't know if that is what that is.
You've got several pairs, I reckon.
Please. I'm more of a Jimmy Choo kind of guy. Is that another one? I don't know.
That's definitely a shoe, because I've always remembered that Choo rhymes with shoe.
So, something about he's dressing these Jimmy Choos. Isn't that a song?
Yeah, I think Ariana Grande has a line about 501s. I realise they're jeans.
Okay, well that's nothing to do with what
no, but I'm just thinking about like little silly words for shoes and clothes and stuff.
All right, but again, shoes, jeans, very different articles of clothing.
No, but they make a set, don't they? They make a. You'd be weird going out without some jeans on, right?
Not necessarily.
If you're wearing shoes.
No.
Or bottoms.
Wear a dress, skirt, shorts, jorts, hot pants.
I mean, look, to be honest, you could wear anything other than jeans. I understand that. You could be naked. Up to you.
Could be, yeah. Freeball it. Anyway.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so River's back. It's a good bit of fun. She's like in a bit of trouble, it seems. She's on some spaceship. There's some men with guns and a guy in a tuxedo, and he's all like, well, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. It's not important, to be honest. Who cares? But I do love where she says, like I said to you on the dance floor, you might want to find something to hang on to. The delivery is so good. The like kind of slow weight and sexy way she says it. And the fact that like it's got a double meaning with like the fucking door's gonna explode and shit. Oh, it's good, man. It's good stuff.
She's got those they write her really great one-liners. They land so well because of her delivery. I like that in Confidential there's almost like this mini subsection dedicated to the stunt of them holding on to the thing. And there's a really funny moment where you can hear either the stunt coordinator or the director just being like, legs up, legs up, legs up, because this one guy just obviously hasn't got the core strength to keep his legs in the air.
Oh no.
It's really funny. It just made me laugh.
Poor guy. That'd be me.
Yeah, and me. No, we didn't. We say at 11th hour we'd be the guys that found the chill jobs.
We'd be on the bench. We'd be. Yeah.
You guys need a few more snaps of this? We're just here. You can do that. That's not a problem.
We'd be the coma patients. That's what we'd be. Yeah.
No, because then we'd have to get up if Prisoner Zero made a fuss.
No. We're just chilling. Don't worry about us.
You need to write it into the script that we can't be possessed by Prisoner Zero. Yeah. It's good lore. It makes sense.
Yes. But yes, so River explodes the door behind her. She like flies out into space, opening her arms, but not before the message she sent to the Doctor is basically like, I'm here, come pick me up, coordinates, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so she's able to fly into the TARDIS, into the wrong TARDIS. I don't know if you noticed this.
No, go on.
No, you didn't notice?
I can't say I did.
You bad
Oh,
eyes.
is it an old TARDIS model?
It's the 9th, 10th Doctor's TARDIS exterior model, yes.
Oh, dear me.
Yes.
Times
0
are
out of
tough, are
10.
they?
0 out of 10. Bad. Terrible. Fail.
Why do you reckon that is? Just an asset that they already had?
Cinema sins ding. I don't know, probably just didn't notice.
Oh,
Probably
yeah,
just used an old asset and we're like, this'll do. Whatever.
I've got TARDIS PNG here. Will that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this again. I know this is not a character intro, but like it's a reintroduction to River, and I just love how they introduce her by being like, I carved these things. I carved these coordinates. The Doctor will save me. If not, I'm dead. But obviously, the fact that it's time travel, the Doctor will always be there to save her.
Exactly.
It's
a fun introduction. It reminds us of her character, how cool she is, how awesome she is, and also her relationship with the Doctor, that she knows she can rely on this person. We don't know exactly where it is in her timeline for her. You know, we don't know how much. All we know is it's before the library. That's all we know at this point. But other than that, we're pretty much clueless as to how long she's been with the Doctor, what she knows, what she doesn't know. And, you know, at one point she finds out she's going to be a professor in the future. That's a bit of fun. So yeah, she doesn't know everything, but she knows quite a bit, which is very interesting.
You immediately do get the sense that she knows quite a bit, because the Doctor, although he's immediately quite happy to be like, an adventure is calling me. Like, let's fly the TARDIS, let's save River from this. A second River's in the TARDIS. He's like, get out the fucking TARDIS. he's very not happy about someone knowing more about him.
I very much get the sense that this is not the first time he's seen her since the library. I know I've already mentioned this, like, on the podcast, but yeah, I really don't think this is it, you know? I definitely think 10 saw her again before post Journey's End, pre-regeneration, somewhere in that. I'd say probably post fucking Time Lord Victorious, pre end of the world, end of time, whatever the fuck that bad episode was called.
You do, yeah. you do get that sense, I think, because it's not very like.
He's not like, whoa, River.
Yeah,
you know, it's not mind blown. Yeah,
great minds.
Anyway, they got to follow that ship, as they say when they stare at a green screen.
I like the design of that ship, but it looks dreadful, that CGI, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, but this is what it is. It's fine, you know.
I'm not sure like what the editor was on as well, because there's like they like weirdly speed ramp them standing up, and like it's all very. There's parts of it that just, why was that so quick? Like, was the shot fucked and you needed to hide something? What happened?
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's just to keep a bit of the energy up as we go into the Sting. Is to like, we're about to go into Sting. It needs to be like a big bombastic moment, you know. So I think that's kind of the idea behind it.
They underestimate my ability to just bop my head to that Sting every time without fail.
It's a good Sting. It's a good Sting.
You could have a 2-minute opening of paint drying, and then the Sting will pop off, and I'll be like, I am fucking amped. Let's go.
Anyway, post-titles, we're still in the TARDIS. They're following the Byzantium as it heads towards somewhere. We don't know where at the moment. And they're flying the TARDIS. They're bickering. River is telling the Doctor to use the stabilizers. The Doctor's like, there is no stabilizers. They're having a good argument. And she kind of takes controls of the TARDIS, and he gets very upset by this.
He goes and sits down in the corner.
He does. I like she points out which ones are the stabilizers, and he's like, well, it's just boring, isn't it? They're blue boringers, he calls them, because it's not like dramatic and loud and anything. It's just a nice quiet landing, and he's like, I hate this, you know? He's
not wrong. It becomes immediately so dull in that console room. Like,
well, this is where we get some new lore about the TARDIS, and River says that, like, apparently the noise, which Matt Smith brilliantly provides to us, by the way, he does a great impression of the TARDIS engines, but apparently those engines are the sounds of the brakes that we've been hearing. look, this is immediately forgotten about and never brought up again.
Yeah.
And I think that's for the best, personally.
I like it where it is in this episode. It's fun.
It's a bit of fun as a one-off joke sort of thing. It's not new lore, okay?
But when I see other TARDISes pop up, if they don't go, "Whirr," I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah.
And spoiler alert, they do make the noise because that's just the noises that TARDIS makes. Okay, you know.
I do quite like that their dynamic is very like. Have you ever committed to an argument you know you've already lost?
Oh, I do that with you all the time.
Yeah, same.
We do that all the time. But there are many a times we're having an argument and we know we're fighting a losing battle, but we're like, I can't give him the satisfaction, man.
I can't do it.
No, he'll be so fucking smug. I can't do it.
But like that's exactly what the stabilizers thing is, right? It's like the Doctor knows full well that he's flying the TARDIS like an idiot, and the second someone does it better, he's like, "Oh, it's not as fun." So
we find out that someone taught River to fly the TARDIS, but apparently it wasn't the Doctor.
I think this is just a different Doctor that's taught her.
Okay, I won't spoil, but
oh no,
I won't spoil.
Well, look, at this point, we're doing pure speculation anyway.
We do see.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that's all I'll say, but I won't spoil.
Everyone in Discord that's seen past this point and knows what Nathan is talking about, no one spoiled this for me. I'm locking in a prediction right here, right now, that it's just another Doctor that this Doctor hasn't been yet.
Okay, well, I won't spoil, but no one in the Discord spoil it, no one mention it. If you do...
Watch... yeah, if you do, you're banned for 3 days, then you can come back.
Yes.
Pierce, you have your orders. I would imagine if it's like, I don't know, fucking, what's that guy's name? What's Pavement Nonce's name? Forgot his name. Elton. Yeah, imagine if it's Elton. Just someone
teaching
else.
her to fly the TARDIS. Why would Elton know how to fly? I do know. Okay. Why would Elton know how to fly the TARDIS? And why would it be in a situation where he, of all people, is teaching River?
Because, I don't know, River could go and see him. She's
Shut the fuck up.
She's flirty. She's heard about his antics back on Earth.
What, fucking a concrete slab?
Yeah, you cannot tell me that Elton isn't, by pure definition of his sexual relationship, the kinkiest person on planet Earth.
I mean, I can. I definitely can tell you that.
Well, having sex with an alive pavement slab.
If you think that makes you the kinkiest person on Earth, you are more sheltered than I thought. Okay?
I think it's weird. Maybe not the kinkiest then. Definitely the weirdest sex.
It's definitely weird. I don't know if it's the weirdest. There's definitely some weirder stuff out there. But
I don't want to know what you're getting up to.
You don't. Right? You're not ready for it. I'm not saying this is what I'm just saying you're not ready for some of the stuff that's out there. Okay,
it's between you and your internet service provider, Nathan. All right, you keep it to yourself.
Oh, is that Stephen Moffat writing jokes there?
No, what? No!
Oh, we got him. We bloody got him.
Oh no! All right, they land.
They land. The ship, not so much.
Yeah, they crash. Yeah. I like how the Doctor takes them all out there, but then Amy and the Doctor kind of rush back in, and the Doctor's actually planning on dipping, which is interesting.
He is, yeah. River leaves the TARDIS, has a look around and stuff, and Matt, fucking hell, that's weird. The Doctor just closes the door and is like, right, we're off. Enough of this. I'm not having this. And Amy's like, what are you doing? Explain.
Yeah.
You silly little madman. What's going on here?
I quite like that it's like normally at this point you'd get some Doctor babble where it doesn't really make sense. It's more just an excuse. But actually, this is the one time that the line, long story, don't know most of it, is actually applicable.
It's true. Yeah. It's very true. It's very true. I can't even remember. I watched this episode twice this week, and I literally cannot remember what gets him to go back outside.
Huh. Oh, I know. It's Amy. She wants 5 minutes on her first alien planet.
Yeah, he promised her a planet. Yes. Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you what. Let's do a quick let's do a quick suit talk. Okay.
All right.
Mostly for Amy. All right, because I'm enjoying this drip, man. Amy is dripping. All right.
Yeah.
She's got like this big red hoodie on. This I can't tell if it's like a skirt or shorts situation, but then paired with like the tights and the Converse. She's looking good. It's a good look for her, I think. It's
a very good look, and I think it's like so bright and colourful and nice to look at.
Yeah,
like, and it's like this. It's like a hoodie, but it's like made out of a t-shirt material. Like it's a very thin looking hoodie.
Yeah. Big t-shirt hoodie. She looks good.
Girls, tell us more about what clothes that are being worn here.
Don't do that. Don't make it sound like stereotypical heterosexual men like you. Okay?
No, yes, like don't make me sound like me.
No, but like, what's a dress?
No, I'm not clueless, but I don't know if there's a name for this, right? Like, is there a name for like a t-shirt hoodie type situation?
A hooded t-shirt.
See, now I think you're making things up to pretend.
I mean, I am. That's what I do. But
we've already said we're happy to lose arguments. We're not going to lose arguments to each other.
It's true. I think she looks good. She looks very young, though. Like, watching this episode, I was like, oh, she was so young here. And she was. Yeah. She was like fucking 21 or some shit, which is insane. But
I think I mean, they've all aged really well, I think. Like
they have, yeah. But like looking at Karen Gillan today, I'm like, she looks noticeably younger than Karen Gillan looks today. Like this looks like a child compared to how Karen Gillan looks today. And I'm not saying like Karen Gillan's like an old disgusting hag. Fucking far from it. She's one of the most beautiful women ever. Like
I was like, get this crone out of my sight.
I can't stand the sight of... No, quite the opposite.
I hate beautiful women.
But yeah, this was like the first time I just really noticed like the youngness and the age of Karen here, which is... I mean, but she's a young actress playing a young character, so... Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Oh, she's been in old clothing since the start, really. She's been dressed as a policewoman, and then she's been dressed as a police officer... Lawrence.
There you are, you sexist pig.
No, I corrected myself. We have to, applaud those who are learning and adapting. Okay.
Okay.
No, but then she's in a nightie. What's she wearing in Victory of the Daleks?
She was wearing that little leather jacket and the little denim skirt situation.
Oh, okay. So less old women clothes there then. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But hey, there was a lot going on. There was Daleks, Lawrence.
That's true. There's stuff happening.
Exactly. I don't know if you can tell or if you're aware, but this was the first episode that Matt Smith and Karen Gillan filmed.
So I didn't know this, but then I saw someone in Discord said it. And
right, Discord. Enough of this.
Stop it. Stop getting ahead of us.
Stop spoiling my reveals for Lawrence, okay? Stop this.
Nathan, I can't help it if I'm busy interacting with our fan community, all right?
Never say that again,
okay? Yeah. It's... I wouldn't have thought it from watching it, other than Matt Smith's hair is very bouffant.
That's the big indicator. Like, clearly he got a haircut after he filmed this episode. Because this is the longest his hair is in the entire series.
And quite frankly, I'm glad he got that haircut.
But
no, it looks absurd.
It doesn't look absurd. It's just a little bit longer. It's not totally different.
But they try and keep the same style to it, and it's like it's way too big for that style now. There's too much of that hair.
It's fine. It's mostly fine. It's just noticeable, like the scene in like the church museum at the beginning was clearly filmed later because he's just got his normal hair at that point. And I think there's scenes in next week's episode which were clearly filmed at different times as well. And so, yeah, but
that makes sense. I'm not going to say why, but
yeah, it does. But I know what you're getting at. But anyway.
Unless we're provided the full production calendar for series 5, we won't know for sure.
We'll never. I mean, that is probably quite findable, but hey,
it probably is. Matt Smith's always fucking around with wigs as well, isn't he? He's always wearing wigs in not season 5 so much, but
okay. This is you and your exaggerating thing again, because like Matt Smith is not always fucking around with wigs. Okay, he wore a wig in one episode of Doctor Who because he shaved his head. Okay,
I think it's more than one episode of Doctor Who.
No, it's one. It's his very last one.
All right, have you seen House of the Dragon?
Yes, we're not talking about that.
No, but he wears a wig in it.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that.
Am I wrong? Does a bald
Fuck
cap
off.
count as a wig?
Yes.
Then he wears another wig as well.
When does he wear a bald cap?
I'm sure he wears a bald cap at some point in Doctor Who.
No, that's just his regular bald head. It's in the same episode he wears the wig.
Oh, now I'm getting lost. There's too much Matt Smith hair talk to come.
Matt Smith at one point shaved his head for a play. He was playing, I think he was playing Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, the play. Okay, so he shaved his head. Okay,
I thought he shaved it for that Ryan Gosling movie when Ryan Gosling was a director and then never directed anything again.
I don't know what that is, but no, he shaved it for American Psycho. Okay, but he still had one episode of Doctor Who left to film. His last episode, he wore a wig for that episode.
I see.
But also in that episode, they wrote it in that he shaved his head, so they have him pull off a wig. He's actually, the Doctor is wearing a wig in that episode.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
God, that's confusing.
My sister speaking of which, my sister literally just texted me saying House of the Dragon trailer is out. So
I was going to say, Nathan, do you need a wig?
That's something to look forward to, I guess.
Listen, we're all getting on, right? We all need wigs sooner or later. Me especially. I'm going bald hella quick.
You going to get a wig?
No, I'm
You
not
gonna
going to
wig
get
it
a
up?
wig. No,
Well, you just
I'm not.
said we all need wigs.
I could do with a wig, but then everyone would know I was wearing a wig. And
Only
I
if
can't
it's a
deal with
bad
that.
wig.
No. People I know would suddenly be like, where's all that extra hair come from? You know?
You just have to lie.
I grew back.
Yeah.
It's a
Also,
miracle.
who cares? Just be like, yeah, I'm wearing a wig. What of it?
Yeah, fuck you. You wouldn't say this if I was wearing a hat. Anyway, Daenerys is Simplands on the planet. Remember him?
Is that who? Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah.
have a note that literally says, who is this guy? Because he seems familiar. Is he fucking... Hello, Khaleesi.
Yeah, he's Sir Jorah Mormont.
Sir Jorah Mormont. Oh, I fucking knew he seemed familiar.
He's also a Bruce Wayne in one of those 7 million Robin spin-off shows that they made that no one watched.
Oh, Titans.
Maybe.
I think he was. I think he was Titans. A show which I watched half an episode of and then went, "Ooh, this is bad," and then stopped watching it. I was like, "Oh yeah, I loved Teen Titans back when I was younger." Nope.
I got as far as the trailer when I saw the Robin like killed a bunch of people in an alleyway and then went "fuck Batman," and I was like, I don't need this. I don't need to watch this.
Yeah. Look, maybe it's good, but not what I saw. Anyway.
Yeah, he lands. Daenerys' simp is here. He's Father Octavian, a bishop of 2nd class, and he has 20 clerics at his command. Nathan, the church has been militarized. It was only a matter of time.
The church has evolved. It's the 51st century, Lawrence. Get with the times, won't you? I know
What do we
you're
make
stuck
about
in
this?
the past. I don't mind it.
I feel like Stephen Moffat is saying something for
What?
certain. I don't know. I feel like it's a slight against. I can't. It's not really much put on it, but it definitely feels like some sort of slight against some archaic beliefs becoming militarized.
I don't know. I'm not smart enough to realise.
How against religion is Stephen Moffat?
Don't think it. Don't overthink it, okay?
Yeah, but that's when it comes out.
It's just Moffat. All right, fucking hell. In answer to that question, I have no idea, personally.
Well,
I
you obviously
don't think he's particularly a religious bloke. Probably not, given this sort of stuff, you know? But hey, I don't know.
You could do a bit more research. That's all I'm saying.
You could fuck right off, okay? River asks the Doctor, what do you know of the Weeping Angels? And he immediately gets more interested in the situation at hand. So, yeah.
This is the first name drop of them, of the Weeping Angels. I fucking love that line about how there's like one Weeping Angel trapped in the ship in like the basement or something. And there's a difference between being dormant and being patient. And it's like, oh my lord, this is where that banger writing comes out from.
Spooky.
It just it's like, oh, these are great one-liners. Like, I don't know. He's
if
great
you're
at writing
scared
for characters.
of saying Moffat, you can just call him the Moth, which is what Matt Smith calls him.
Does he really?
Yeah, the Moth.
The Moth.
Yeah.
I quite like that. I might stick to that for that reason only. Not that I'm scared.
Sure.
So I don't know. So they're back. The Doctor is way more interested. What do you make of them coming back for a second go of it?
Good. Bring them back. Yes, they should be brought back. They were great in their first episode, and I'd love to see more of these spooky interactions. I think it's great whenever they show up. I love A Weeping Angel. I think they are one of the best, and I think I mentioned this in the Blink episode, but they just became instantly iconic. They just became an iconic Doctor Who monster overnight, you know? They didn't need fucking 60 years of lore and history or anything. They were just like, we're here and we're amazing. And we was all like, yes, you are.
Yes, I agree.
I love this, yes. And it's great, yeah. I love it whenever the angels show up. They're terrifying and spooky and it's so good, man.
There's every time they do show up as well, it feels like they're constantly expanding their lore. It feels like there's always some little extra nugget of info we get every time.
They're evolving and growing, and as we learn more about them, and it's always good spooky stuff.
It is.
I always thought, every time I've seen this episode, I always thought that, like, because there's this stuff on the beach during the day, and then it's like suddenly darker, and I was like, oh, they've gone inside the caves. No, it's just they're still outside the beach. It's just nighttime. But I always thought that, like, oh, they're just inside the caves now and they've set up like a little fucking area. But no, it's just later in the day. Like, they're very much still outside. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Maybe they ran over them. Well, we need that production calendar. We need to find out what was going on with those shooting times and schedules.
It's just a little bit later. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I mean, look, they've got a big task at hand. Investigating an entire downed ship is no small feat.
They had to set up their little base camp and everything.
Yeah. The Doctor's got another great line about how there's like there's a shitload of human colonies. I said that wrong. Human colonies.
Colonies.
What did I say? Connolly.
Yeah, as in Billy. Yeah.
Or Jennifer.
Yeah.
That's well done, both of us.
Great.
But yeah, there's a lot of humans all spread out, and Matt Smith just has this really charming line about, he's like, you're like rabbits, I'll never get done saving you. And he just a little grin. I'm like,
yeah,
I know he's not still proving it, but every time he does something like that, I'm like, that's the Doctor right there. Like, that is he's so warming to people.
He's lovely, charming. Yeah. He's great. I love it. Amy starts to ask the Doctor a bit more about his relationship with River and what's going on, and she starts to ask him, like, if she's his wife, because she's got like a certain personality and demeanor about everyone, like, is a bit like, oh, you know, scared of the Doctor, and they're quite nervous around him, but she's so heel boy, she says. It's great. I love the way Amy does that. That little impression she does, and it's accurate, you know. She's right. River doesn't like take any shit from the Doctor. So the Moth has a great line in Confidential about how she acknowledges it's not like a sexual tension between them. It's like that's the one that will tell you to take out the bins kind of vibe, which is what he says. And it's accurate. I like that there's. I mean, we said this a little bit in the 11th Hour, right? But there's just like, he's so good at writing character interactions that are actually interesting and really mean something. Mm-hmm. Like, and there's like, it's a puzzle box. Season 5 has already got, I mean, we know, so it feels less so on this rewatch, but like, Season 5 has so many mysteries going on underneath the surface, and it's great stuff to see. Anyway, what's all this 4-second clip about, Nathan? There's a 4-second clip of an angel in the Byzantium spaceship. It's lucky that that which holds the image of an angel does not become an angel. Oh, wait, no, it does. New lore, we get some new lore about the angels, which just makes them even more spookier, more scarier. Bad news for Amy, really, because she gets stuck in there with it, but it's great. That which holds the image of an angel is itself an angel. It's terrifying.
It is, and it's it's given to us so well. Like, the Doctor's got this hunch, because he's a very perceptive Doctor, which we've spoken about a few times, but, like, he's wondering why... He's like, oh, there's all these books about the horrors of the Weeping Angels, and yet not a single one of them jotted down a picture to warn us of what this angel would look like when it appeared. Like, and then you just kind of... That instant moment of where he kind of just goes, oh, fuck. And then River's like, what was that line? And he was like, when he gives the reveal, it's just like, oh man, lore. And do you know that's interesting lore, but what I love the most about a Weeping Angel, and they did this a little bit in Blink as well, is that they just inexplicably have powers to control shit around them. They're like, you can't turn off the telly. We turn the lights off as well, by the way.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, but I am well up for it. I don't know why.
Vague electromagnetic for bullshit. Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah,
they control the electrics and locks and lights and stuff. Doesn't matter. Don't think about it. You know.
Apart, they can't press play on a remote. They can turn the TV back on, but they can't resume playing. There are
Lawrence,
limitations.
Stop poking holes in my balloon of fun. Okay.
Sorry.
You silly little boy. I always thought it was very clever the way Amy starts just winking, blinking one at a time at the angel, and I'm like, I would never have thought of that in a million years.
Yeah,
like during the Blink episode, that would have never once occurred to me to do that. But it's just her immediate reaction, like, oh, I can't blink. Okay, I'll do this. No one can see me, but I'm doing it, and it's
he's doing it, and it's good. Yeah, like it feels like it's. Amy's clever with this kind of shit, right? Like, we've seen a few times, Amy just thinks
She's
about
practical.
Stuff. Yes, yeah, that's the word. And I think the reason why we would have never thought about it is because in Blink, the episode's called Blink. There's the infamous line, don't look away, don't turn your back, don't blink. And it's like, there's so much emphasis put on the word blink that you're not even thinking about winking.
Yeah, it's true.
It just feels
and it would lose some of its dramatic tension if he went, don't turn your back, don't look away, and don't blink. But you can wink one at a time. If you do that, that's fine.
It might have saved a few people from being blasted back in time or whatever.
Yes. But what would it have done for the story, Lawrence?
Yeah,
that's the most important thing. Some great sound design returning from Blink. All the spooky little...
Yeah,
that was a bad impression, but you know what I was going for.
I know what you're saying. It worked great.
No, but the little sprinkles they put
do
in.
Again.
You can't do it, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
They have in the Blink sound effects and stuff, the scary sounds and the tension building sounds and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's like those little horror elements that are returning.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
It's good. It's edited really well. It's that you get they've turned on like the Blink editing mode where they're doing these kind of quick shots of the camera's getting really close up to their eyes. Like it's very, very good stuff. I think it's a little bit The Ring.
Shut up, Lawrence. Again, very, very clever and practical from Amy. Figuring it out, pausing it on the static loop as it comes back around. Yeah. So it's no longer the image of an angel. Good stuff. Clever girl. She did well.
I do think that they shouldn't have used a VFX hologram of the angel though. Like,
well, then you're wrong.
What? No, because I understand. That which holds the image of an angel becomes an angel. But when it comes out and it's kind of still a flickery hologram, I feel like they should have added a flickery hologram effect to the real angel. Like,
that's what it was doing. It was taking its time. It doesn't come out fully formed. It's not like that which holds the image. That which holds the image of an angel is itself an angel straight away, instantly.
Yeah, but once it's jumped out of the screen, I feel like it should be a bit more fully formed than it. What it was it felt like a PNG of like a...
What are the angels, Lawrence? They're patient.
All right, fine.
And take their time,
I agree with you, but I can't let you know that, so I'm just going to say whatever, Nathan. You're wrong.
Great.
Yeah, quick thinking from Amy pausing it. It's clever. It's a very, very clever
also, thing the eyes are not the windows of the souls, but the doors. Beware what may enter there.
Oh.
Also meaning Amy is infected with angel.
She got that angel goo up in her eye. Yeah. Does that come back?
Yeah.
In the episode, yeah, but I can't remember the next week.
Yeah, it does. It'd be weird if it didn't. It'd be weird if they were just like, and that's done.
No, but it might have been, because there's the moment with the hand later when the doctor bites her. Maybe that was like it just.
It'd still be weird if that. No, it'd still be weird if that was it. You know, and just no payoff at all for this whole storyline going on.
I guess. Nathan, have you played Minecraft recently?
No, not probably in about like a good few years.
Do you remember those things that you can put in the middle of the sky that will light up the area that you're in?
Lights?
No, they're not like they were. Don't try and make me sound stupid. All right, all right. I don't know Minecraft as well as you, but they're not lights. Right? They're like
torches.
No, sea
lanterns.
Stop it. They might be sea lanterns, maybe, but
okay.
There's a certain.
I've used a sea lantern in my time.
Yeah, to guide your path, right?
No, it depends. I use them for lights when I was building buildings and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're underground and you're like, I could do with a light source here.
You can also use a torch. There's many things you can use.
Well, anyway, long roundabout way of saying that's what the Doctor boots into the air.
I gotta know. Yeah, Matt Smith gets in a free kick.
Even in the confidential, he's playing football in like
he
the
loves
background.
the footy, doesn't he? He's just a bloke, isn't he? He loves the footy.
You seen that clip of him? He's obviously just twatted out of his head, and he's in London, and someone comes up near him, and he's like, "Hello, mate," and he's fucked. He's like out of his tree. It's really funny.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Matt Smith is one of them. Like he's a proper. He's the only way I can describe him is like a Jack the Lad.
He's a geezer.
Yeah, he's very big into like just, I don't know, probably going to Soho and sinking a few pints.
I think you're just thinking of the movie Last Night in Soho.
No, that was in the 60s, Nathan. I'm talking about him here and now, okay?
Lawrence, he loves the footy. Maybe we'll see him play football more as the series goes on.
Maybe
One
so.
can only hope.
With Smithy.
Shut the fuck up. The concept of a maze of the dead in itself is terrifying and creepy, and just a great line, like a great like word, a great title. The Maze of the Dead. That's chilling. Throw in a fucking weeping angel in there. Throw in an angel surrounded by statues hiding among them. Just makes it even more terrifying. It's great.
This is the 10-year-old me's worst nightmare, right? Like after I watched Blink, going around and seeing statues everywhere and being like, like this is, if you put me in this scenario, I would die. I wouldn't be able to hack it. Also, you're right, Maze of the Dead probably would have been a better title that didn't give away the Weeping Angels in it. But,
to be fair, Maze of the Dead would have been a good title for this episode. Yeah.
Anything close? Anything come close to that in Doctor Who?
Maze of the Dead?
Yeah, I feel like it sounds familiar.
Yeah, probably. Lawrence, there's like over 800 episodes. Like,
yeah, okay. Yeah, but isn't Classic Who like, I don't know, the Scarrow Times, part 17 or something?
They do a lot of parts, yes. It is all, yes. I'm not going to say it's Scarrow Times part 17, but it's, yes, like the Genesis of the Daleks parts 1 through 4 or whatever.
Jesus Christ. That's too many parts, I reckon.
They were shorter. They were like half an hour.
Do you reckon when we finally cover Classic Who, we're going to be like, and this is very typical for a part 3 in a story? Like these things...
I think when we do Classic Who, we'll have to go to one story per episode, not one episode.
Otherwise, we'll be there for fucking years.
We'll spend like fucking 16 weeks on like one episode, you know?
We get to the end,
when we do go there. Yeah, we'll have to just do the whole episode in one, basically.
Who's your weirdo? Well, I've actually named every character up until this. I have no one left.
It's true. Yeah.
Right, Maze of the Dead. Amy's got some stone dust coming out of her eye. What's going on there?
Great effect. Rubbing the dust out of her eye. It looks great. It's very creepy and sinister. And how is what is happening? Is Amy turning into an angel? Oh,
We get I love on Confidential. You've got that guy he's been the same.
I can always tell whenever you've watched an episode of Confidential because it doesn't always happen, but when he does, fucking hell, he doesn't let you forget about it.
I've watched Confidential a lot recently. All right, no,
and we can tell.
I like the reoccurring character of the guy who does all the blowing up. Right.
Yes, and the SFX guy.
Yeah, and he's there, and he's like, I'd actually prefer to be blowing up a big car to someone like this. This kind of stuff is quite intricate. It's quite tough.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I'd much prefer to have like Sylvia swinging an axe or something. Is what he'd rather be doing.
Anyway, the gang make their way through the maze whilst two of the soldiers that went off earlier. Oh, they went off earlier, by the way. They're killed by an angel. So rest in peace to these church-going boys.
I quite liked those church-going boys on Confidential. They were
fuck's sake. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I am.
Okay. Oh, you fucking idiot.
Just wanted to make you laugh. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Young Bob. We meet young Bob, a beautiful young soldier who is he's shooting a statue when we get introduced to him, and he's getting a bollocking from Father Khaleesi's boyfriend or whatever. And I love and I love that the Doctor just like stands up for him, and like tells him that scared keeps you fast. Anyone who isn't scared in this room is a moron. And then just stares at the priest, like after saying that as well, which is good. There's something like Matt Smith. He's great at like doing this like fun, jovial, kind Doctor, but with like an undertone of like, I'm talking about you, bitch. Like, fucking
cross me and find out, bitch. Yeah. He's you said it before as well. He's Matt Smith's one of your favorites because he's really good at letting people in. I think you said it about Jeff. He's good at making people feel important in a scenario.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said, yeah.
I thank you. You're very quotable now. I like that he calls him, he's like, what's your name? Bob. And he's like, oh yeah, Bob. And we've all got sacred names. And then I don't know why it made me laugh so much, but the way Matt Smith just goes, Sacred Bob. The way he repeats Sacred Bob just really made me laugh.
And Bob's a nice guy. He's a nice young bloke. He's like you get the sense that he's like quite young and innocent and sort of stuff. He's not necessarily a hardened veteran or a hardened soldier like all these other priests and stuff. So yeah, he's a young innocent boy, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen to him.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyway, whilst they've been making their way through the maze, we've been given little nuggets of little information, little lore about a certain race of people who used to live on this planet, known as the... I have it written down somewhere. The Alplans.
That's it, yeah.
The Alplans. Yeah. And they're talking about, great race, 2 heads, they can marry each other. And
wait, did you say Alplans?
Alplans, yes.
I've got it as Aplans.
I don't care.
So one of us is wrong.
I'm not gonna
right,
lie,
they're called Wendy. They're all Wendy's.
No, I'm just gonna call them the Alplans. Okay, I do not care. If I'm being completely honest with you, it really does not matter at all. If I'm being honest,
we're speeding through this. I just realised how close we are to the end of the episode.
But no, there's a lot to discuss. Okay. We're also an hour in.
Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, we've been drip fed these nuggets of information that the Alplans have 2 heads and there's no other way to say it. What a fucking reveal this is, mate. Man. What a fucking incredible way to tell a story this is. What just a great penny dropping moment from the Doctor and River at pretty much the same time once they realise what's going on. And looking back at it on a rewatch, it's so fucking obvious. Because they're like, oh yeah, the Atlan's great 2-headed species. Cut to a statue, 1 head. Yeah. Slowly just focusing on the 1 head, it's so good, man.
It's great fucking writing is what it is. Because it's like, you're like you say, the information is there. It's like, and this is going to be funny given what we were speaking about last week and also went to town on fucking Another Happy Pod recently. But like, it's like a good episode of Sherlock. The clue should be plainly obvious, but written well enough that it's not apparent until the point where you go, fuck.
Yeah.
And I love that how they've, now that River is there, that the companion, we've said this so many times, is often, like, the purpose of having a companion role in all of Doctor Who is to have someone to have stuff explained to them, right? Someone to be the audience surrogate. And what I like is that this moment isn't with a companion straight away. It's with River. Fucking hell. It's with River. Why can't I speak?
What are you doing? What's going on?
It's with River. There you go. I said it.
Great.
Right. And I quite like that they both know. They're of, like, I would say, at least at this point, equal intelligence. So they're looking at each other. They both have the same penny drop moment. And for a minute, as an audience member, you're going, what?
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, you feel like you're in the room and you're like, ah!
Yeah, because they're both like, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
How didn't we notice? I don't know. What didn't you notice? Tell me, you know?
And then the Doctor gets really serious. He's like, right, everyone in that corner there, don't speak, don't ask any questions, move. And it's like, oh shit. Yeah.
And then the moment they turn off their lights, and then they quickly flicker their lights on and off, and then they're all just facing them. Great. Again, just great reveal. And then the way the Doctor has to, like, run through them, and you now see all the statues again, but they're all facing towards them now, like slowly making their way towards them. It's so sinister and terrifying and creepy, but so well done. This is what I'm saying. Banger material. This is, Lawrence.
Yeah. No, you're bringing me around on it, because I didn't dislike it, but there are certain moments in this that you just go, fucking, the way that was done. It's like it's handled like a great mystery, and you didn't even know it was a mystery until it became a mystery, and then suddenly you're in shit town with fucking
chef's kiss.
Yeah, very good. By the way, this is the exact moment in the episode someone should have been on the horn to Bob, letting Bob know what's happening.
I think they're a bit caught up, to be fair. They're probably not thinking about poor little Bob at this point, you know?
I needed better for Bob. I wish.
No, I know. He's a beautiful little boy. But yeah, this is classic Moffatism, you know, making you feel safe until you realize you're in danger. It's good stuff.
It's good.
Good stuff. Love that the Doctor and River work it out at the same time, putting them on equal footing. Yeah, my next note just says poor Bob. So
my note says Bob gets clarted.
Yeah, well, there we go. I guess something sinister happened to poor old Bob. Yeah. Or did it? Because look who's calling on the phone, Lawrence. Look who's dialing in on his little walkie-talkie.
It's Bob.
It's Bob. Bob is calling not Angel, Will Sizzle. Bob is calling Father fucking Octopus and is like, look, Angel Bob is here, all right? Bob is an angel now. Bob is an angel. The angel is using Bob's voice, and again, it's a word I've used a lot during this episode, but creepy, spooky, sinister. There's something about this just unbothered and pleasant and very polite voice just saying the most sinister things, which makes it even more terrifying. It's just this polite, oh, hello, Doctor. Yeah, we're all on our way to kill you now, which just makes it all the more fucking... It's that juxtaposition between, like, you know, like in horror movies, they often do this with, like, children, because it's like the fucking something sinister with something sweet and innocent, you know? It's a good pairing, and it works well here.
It's supposed to be unsettling, and it's like... It's also a nice way that the Doctor can have, like, this kind of pleasant interaction, because it makes sense, because they've taken Bob's mannerisms and demeanor and they're just literally using him as a mouthpiece. There's some line about how, like, they ripped out his cortex and
his vocal cords,
and reanimated his consciousness. I'm like, and this is, again, if you write a banger villain like the Weeping Angel, I'm gonna forgive all of this dumb shit, right? This doesn't make any fucking sense, but, like, the angels
I don't think it's dumb at all.
No, it is a bit dumb.
Nope, it's great.
All right, fine. Really quickly as well on the angels. I love the concept of, obviously they needed the angels to not look like angels for the reveal. Otherwise we would have been like, they're weeping angels. But the way they get around that is really clever, I think, because this whole new law written in about how their power comes from their image. And like that's why, you know, an image of an angel becomes an angel, because it's the power of the image is enough to create an angel. But this concept of the angels being stuck somewhere for centuries, decaying and losing their image, and that being the thing that means that you can also get away with some plot stuff. Like, there's plenty of times where everyone's got their heads turned. You know, they're not looking at an angel. But the angel can't just take a run at them because it's not a strong angel. Like, the mileage that the Moth gets out of this one little bit of lore is incredible. Like how he's managed to, like, he can excuse plot holes and he can make a cool twist and he can give us new information. Like, genuinely brilliant writer.
It's good writing. It's really good stuff. It's good at it.
I don't like how quickly I'm coming around on this era, Nathan. I don't like it.
I told you.
I know. To be fair, I've always said season 5 is my favourite series of Doctor Who, and I'm not wrong so far.
Lawrence, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
No, but yeah, Angel Bob is very creepy. I love the kind of reveal at that moment where he just says, "I didn't escape, sir. The angels killed me too." And it's like, oh, that's brutal and horrible, because poor old Bob. Well, poor little Bob. But now Bob's an angel.
They're not just killing people, they're snapping necks.
They're snapping necks, man.
What does that look like? Do we ever see the angels move?
Yes.
I can't remember if I like that or not.
Well, wait until next week and you'll find out. Amy thinks her arm is stone due to angel infection.
Her eye or her arm? What did you say?
Her arm.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. I don't know. No, it's because I wanted to bring up Confidential, but I'm worried you'll make fun of me again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Go on. Bring up the fact that Matt Smith bites her and it was an idea to bite her.
Oh, do you know what? I'm not going to. All right? Nathan already brought it up. Nathan, come on.
Go on
about Confidential this week.
No, do your fucking Confidential notes.
I just like that they have this very silly back and forth. And like Matt Smith is just playing jokes. As like in character as the Doctor on screen in the middle of takes, he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to bite her hand. It'd be funny."
Yeah,
which I quite enjoy. But yeah,
they got good chemistry, Matt and Karen. They got good like banter, because there was also like, "Hey, we made this video game. Isn't this fun?"
They have enough chemistry to sell me on this truly terrible looking video game.
Did you ever play this game?
I didn't.
Fuck me, man. You're missing out. All right. I wish I could play the Doctor Who adventure games today, because fuck me, these were my life in 2010. I loved these games so much, man.
I was too busy and too preoccupied on the BBC trailer maker, Nathan. Right?
I wasn't even available at this point.
I was too busy forging my path as a future creator. All right.
I was busy forging mine as a professional gamer.
Fair enough. Esports, Nathan, prevails.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So Bob's had his neck snapped. Amy's got her hand in stone. I quite like this just kind of slow descent into madness that Amy's probably going to experience. And the Doctor's there like, it's not. But I don't know, there's a part of it that's like, the Doctor can immediately see what she's done.
He knows what's going on. Yeah, he knows that she looked into the eyes and now she's infected. It's not like a secret zombie infection reveal sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's like, no, I'm infected, and he's like, yeah.
It's quite a human moment as well. I think when you looked into the eye of the angel, didn't you? And so I literally couldn't stop myself. And it's like,
he doesn't reprimand her for it. Yeah, it's not her fault. He doesn't blame her or anything, like a certain spiky haired suit wearing doctor might have done. But
You're thick.
you're so thick.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you look at it?
But yeah, he. I also quite like the bite. We already spoke about it, but I like the bite because he's quite literally got no time for this. So he's just like, I don't have time to be nice. Bite your hand. There you go. Not stone. Let's go.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bob is ridiculing him down the phone.
He is, yeah. So they're all in a trap, and they need to get out of the way. But the only way to do so is is on. Basically, the only way to go is through, so they must carry on and go through the Byzantium. And the angels are advancing on all sides around them, and then that's when like Bob gives them another phone call and is like, "The angels wanted you to know, sir, that I died in fear. You made me trust you, and when it mattered the most, you let me down." And it's like, oh, it's brutal, mate. That is some really fucking brutal lines from Bob there. But hey, it has the intended effect because the Doctor be mad now, mate.
The Doctor be hella mad, and I think that they underestimated what that would do to this Doctor. Like, I think previous Doctors would have shut down a bit, maybe got a little bit.
10 would have gone non-verbal.
Yeah, he definitely would have stayed in silence for a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead.
He'd have just looked sad and longingly into the camera for a few seconds while everyone is like, "Doctor, what do we do?" And he just ignores them.
I can't talk right now. I'm being wistful. But no,
I'm brooding. Leave me alone.
But I think with this one, I don't think the angels were expecting. Like, they wanted to piss him off, but they went too far.
Yeah, that was their mistake.
Yeah,
they made it too personal for him.
Yeah, and it because it's true. They took I mean, this is why I brought it up earlier, right? Someone really should have called Bob because the Doctor made him feel important and then didn't bring him up to speed, and it got him killed.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Yes, and like that's the worst thing about it. The Doctor is so mad because the angels aren't wrong.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But unluckily for the angels, they've set a trap, but this trap has a great big mistake in it.
Oh, and here's the other YouTube clip that whenever it pops up, I'm like, I might watch this.
One of the fucking greatest moments in Doctor Who ever. Just everything about this ending is fucking phenomenal. The speech, the music, the fucking gunshot. All of it together is just so fucking good. So we have I Am the Doctor building up, swelling. Murray Gold is firing on those keys. And the Doctor tells the angel, "Oh, big mistake. Really huge. Didn't anyone ever tell you if there's one thing you never put in a trap? If you're smart, if you value your continued existence, if you have any plans about seeing tomorrow, there's one thing you never, ever put in a trap. Me." Boom! Gunshot. Amazing.
He shoots the Minecraft sea lantern.
Shut the fuck up about this Minecraft sea lantern, okay?
It's such a good sequence, and it's, I don't know, like even like he's picked up the gun. That's a big thing. Like, but I mean, I know it. Like, I always thought this because people at the time were like, "The Doctor's got a gun in the trailer. The Doctor's got a gun." And then the second he actually fired the gun, I'm like, I don't mind if the Doctor uses a gun and it's just to shoot something. Like,
he's not shooting anyone.
He's not hurting any living fit being.
Yeah, at this point, it's just a tool, and he's done a lot worse. All right,
it's true. This gun loads at a normal volume as well, unlike previous guns that the Doctor's held.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. No one writes a Doctor speech like Moffat. I'm going to say
true. It's because you're going to say it because it's absolutely true.
It's true. Show me all the fucking greatest speeches in Who. I'll show you all the ones written by Stephen Moffat, which are better. You know,
it's true. Yeah, he's got, and we spoke about this as well. The Murray Gold, the pairing of the music on these speeches, like there's something specifically about how Matt Smith's delivery works with and in tandem with Murray Gold's scoring. There's just something about the way it works in tandem with each other. There's something about like the rhythm of the way Matt Smith delivers these like poetic speeches and how Murray Gold is so careful when to drop the beat on fucking what's it called? What's that? I Am the Doctor.
I Am the Doctor.
Yeah. It's great. It's a banger cliffhanger.
Anyway,
that's it for the episode.
I hope we don't get flagged for that.
Because it was
not
so
quite,
true.
Lawrence. Not quite. Are you aware of the Graham Norton controversy?
Oh, hang on. I've heard about this, but I've never had it told to me. Like, what? I don't know what happens. I know that there is a controversy surrounding Graham Norton.
Yes, so during the original broadcast of this episode, right at the climactic moment that if you're smart, if you're clever, if you value your existence, if you have any plans about seeing tomorrow, there's one thing you never ever put in a track. Right at the climax of this moment, what happened was there was like a little animated ident that popped on screen.
Oh, like a next up.
Yeah, like a little Graham Norton be like, next up on BBC One, it's Graham Norton. It's a little animated Graham, just like taking up like the bottom third of the screen, which, by the way, is like Matt and the gun. Like you're missing like a decent chunk, and people went fucking apeshit over this. People went fucking insane. Like this was a huge thing, man. So much so that like, it might have been the very next week, or at least some point down the line, that they had a little animated Graham Norton pop up again, but this time he was attacked and killed by Daleks. Little animated Daleks.
Well, that's funny though. At least
it's funny,
yeah.
But like people went insane about this, and it's very funny.
Did he? Because Graham Norton's got one of them. I like Graham Norton quite a lot, but he has a distinctive and could be quite grating voice. If you're not expecting
I think I wouldn't say that.
He does have a little annoying voice.
That just sounds like you're saying the Irish accent sounds horrible.
My family are Irish. I have no beef with the Irish.
Well, doesn't sound like it.
No, I'm talking specifically about the pitch of his voice. It's very high-pitched and quite... like...
The Irish accent is naturally higher.
Stop it. Stop making this a thing.
It is, though. That's just a fact.
I'm just saying. Did
Hello,
he speak?
how are you getting on?
Very good. Did he speak? Did he say anything in this little
No. It was just a little animated thing. Like, next up,
okay.
Graham Norton.
I don't think that's so bad. I can't say I would have wrote letters.
I think if you'd see it, and the fact that it's this big bombastic climactic moment as well, like it really does suck the tension out of this huge moment when you've got just a little cartoon waving at you and being like, watch my show next, thank you.
Especially if it's kind of like, a whole third of the screen.
Yeah.
Quite egregiously like, look at this.
Yeah. Exactly.
I see that. But if they made a new one of the Daleks killing him, that's a bit of fun. I'm all for that.
It is a bit of fun. And Graham had fun with it as well. Like he's a good guy. He can take like a bit of fun and stuff. So
they should have made it more aggressive. They should have leaned into this in the opposite way. Like just had Graham Norton pop up in wildly inappropriate places, but taking up more of the screen each episode. I'd have liked that.
I don't think that would have gone down well, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that's it. Bloody hell, there we are.
Fucking look at us speed demons.
I know, and speaking of speed demons, which has nothing to do with this next segment.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite segment of the show where we get to take a chance to look back on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Lawrence, please regale us all with your weirdo for this week.
This has never really happened to me before, but I have two.
I think this has definitely happened.
All right, but I'm only going to give you one.
Okay.
So... no, but I bring this up because would you like the more pedestrian choice, or would you like the choice that I'm not sure it makes them a weirdo, but it's definitely something I've never thought about before?
Second one.
Okay, good, because the first one was really boring. But I'm not going to tell you.
But then I want you to
yours.
tell me who that first. No, I want you to tell me. Okay.
I'm just checking. All right. My weirdo for this week is the alien that... the alien? My weirdo for this week is the angel that Bob shoots in the face.
Okay, why?
Because I know that the weeping angels are patient. But, like, I just find it funny that there is a sentient alien. Why do I keep saying alien? I find it funny that there is a sentient angel being observed, right? It is conscious. And it's just getting obliterated in the face with bullets. And it's just like, I'll bide my time here. I'll get this motherfucker in a minute. I quite like that.
It isn't that angel that gets him.
Oh, you don't know that. That one might have just moved
do.
super quick. It might have been charging all of its energy to get his revenge against Bob.
No, Bob even says which one it is.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right.
So...
All right, do you want my more
that
pedestrian choice then?
I'd like to hear it, yeah.
It was Father Octavian.
Okay, why?
Because he keeps going throughout the episode, we need the doctor's help. And then every time the doctor starts helping him, he's like, I know what I'm doing, doctor. All right? Don't tell me my business.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah. Anyway, who's your weirdo of the week?
My weirdo for this week is whoever was in charge of casting, okay?
Okay.
For one specific reason, okay? Now, I left out some information in my very first note of this episode.
Okay.
That was, there is a random bloke in a field who's been kissed by the hallucinogenic lipstick. Do you know who that is, Lawrence?
I don't, but I remember what the guy looks like, and I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. Is it Sam Witwer?
No, why the fuck would it be Sam Witwer?
I just remember a short black-haired guy, and I'm thinking 2010s.
He looks nothing like Sam Witwer.
No, he does back in the... Oh,
no, he doesn't.
My dog just sneezed on my foot.
Lovely.
Not ideal.
He looks nothing like Sam Witwer.
Okay, who is it then? I took the wind out of your sails. I'm sorry.
It's Mike from The Streets.
Nope, lost on me.
You don't know The Streets?
You're going to have to sing me a song.
I'm not trying to pull you, even though I would like to. I think you are really fit. You're fit, but my gosh,
God,
don't you know it?
Yeah.
Dry your eyes, mate. You don't know The Streets?
I know that song. I can't say I knew The Streets.
Oh.
Or that it
I
was...
love The Streets are like a big band for me.
What you just sung reminded me of, again, another band that I'm sure I know the name of, but I can't recall, where they're like, I was walking down the street and I saw a pigeon. That band. Do you know that band? Well, I was walking down the street the other day and I saw a pigeon and I gave the pigeon some crumbs. And it said,
Are you talking about Park Life?
Park Life! Yes!
First of all, Park Life isn't a band. It's the name of a song by Blur. Okay. All right? You fucking idiot. All right? And that's not like... That's very different from how Blur usually sound. Okay?
Okay.
I was walking down the street and I saw a pigeon.
Well, there's something about a pigeon in there, isn't there? I'm sure.
I'll get up when I want, except on Wednesdays when I get rudely awakened by the dustman. And I sometimes feed the pigeons. I feed the sparrows too. Yeah, that's what
and the dustman is a pigeon.
No, that's it. There's no more pigeons.
Rosie,
right?
what are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie, you completely just killed my fucking weirdo dead in the road.
I didn't know who it was.
Great and fucking hell.
Sorry.
What's going on?
My dog is being very hyperactive in a small room for some reason. I don't know why.
Then let her out. Let her out of the small room.
She doesn't want to go out. She wants to play with me.
What's up? Doesn't she know it's podcasting time?
I wish I could tell her this. She's fully stomping her feet and everything like she's like
Kick her out.
No.
Well, you got to ignore her then.
She'll only shout at the door if I kick her out.
We'll just keep the door open.
Yeah, but then she'll do what she's doing now. It won't solve anything.
Let her go explore.
She's relaxed, all right? We can continue now.
Fucking hell. Anyway, it's Mike from The Streets. You fucking killed it. But it's just weird to me that they have Mike from The Streets to be in one scene and have one line of dialogue. It's a weird choice, but
go off casting department.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you
really ruined that for me.
You really overestimated my knowledge of an incredibly like.
I can't believe
I've never heard of this.
If you were gonna say incredibly like fucking unknown artists, then you are They were huge, mate.
All right, but
A Grand Don't Come for Free is an incredibly well-known, popular album, and it's a great album.
Okay, I'm sorry. You should host this with someone that listens to more music than me. All right.
No, I should host this with someone who knows fucking pop culture. Not like you and your weird blind spots.
Come on, stop it now. Now you're being nasty. Anyway, Nathan, it is the time of the show where the audience get to have their say. What happens is that Nathan will post out a tweet He'll let you guys know what episode we're recording and when, and then our lovely loyal listeners can send in their thoughts and we can read a handful of them out. We've changed the format, so if this is the point where you normally dip out, then maybe stick around because it's a bit shorter now. See how you like it. This one comes in from Jay Sharma at JSharma07 on Twitter. They say, I know the general consensus is bringing the Weeping Angels back leads to diminishing returns, but they're creepy as ever in this first episode. With future knowledge of who River is, it's interesting to see her interactions with certain characters. I wonder how much Alex Kingston knew.
Jay Sharma, you say?
Jay Sharma, I do say.
One of my emails is from a Jay Sharma, but like I have their first name.
Right. Stop playing the system, Jay Sharma. All right.
Maybe someone snuck in and got in twice.
That was some meddling. Is it a different content in the email?
Well, we'll see.
Jay Sharma, you've played us for fools. We can't have this. But yeah, no. Is the consensus bringing back the
I'm
Angels?
not gonna lie. I stopped listening entirely after the name because I was too focused on that. What did they say?
I know the general consensus of bringing the Weeping Angels back leads to diminishing returns, but they're creepy as ever in this first episode. With future knowledge of who River is, it's interesting to see her interactions with certain characters. I wonder how much Alex Kingston knew.
I don't think it's diminishing returns.
I don't think so. I mean, they're 2 for 2 for me currently.
Yeah.
But we'll see
And
as
they're
it goes
3
on.
for 3, and then 4 for 4, and then 5 for 5.
But then they do say general consensus, and we're not the general audience. We have a podcast about this show.
Yeah, and I don't think I can ever be defined as general consensus kind of person.
No, you can't put Nathan in a box.
No, because I will make myself a new box out of spite.
I'm actually sat firmly in this box, but at least it's my box.
Yeah, fuck you for trying to put me in that box. You cunt.
So yeah, my dog is going crazy.
Oh my god, what is going on with your dog?
She wants to just fucking... I don't know.
Rosie, it's podcasting time. Settle down.
Has Rosie ever been this present in an episode before?
Rosie has never been present in anything. All she does is sleep all day.
Hey, leave her alone. You
Am
called
I
me the
wrong?
other day and she was playing. You said you've never seen her so active.
Exactly, a rare sight. She's banging your microphone.
I
This
know.
needs to end. All right, go on. Read your next one. Or whatever. Did we finish that one?
Yeah, I would say so. I wonder how much Alex Kingston knew. What do you reckon?
I get the sense not much. Yeah. I
don't think it was written yet.
Yeah, I don't even know how much Moff knows at this point. I get the sense he's... if he does know stuff, he's keeping it very close to his chest. I was thinking, like, I wonder how much has been written in terms of, and trying to avoid spoilers here, her relationship with other characters.
Yeah.
Because, like, and how much is purposeful versus happy coincidence, because there's stuff and things that line up which are like, that must have been planned from the beginning, but then maybe not, maybe just happy coincidence that it turned out that way. I'll talk more about that later on, but yeah.
I've seen people play off like he planned everything out because, you know, he said in series 4 the crash of the Byzantium, and that's in this episode. I'm like, but it's not hard to just say something is something. Like, this episode could have already been written, and then they could have went, oh, it'd be cool if we made that this. Like,
and Stephen Moffat is very much a kind of throw things in there and then see how they come about kind of writer. He's very much he'll throw in a little tidbit and then, well, let's see what that becomes, you know?
Plant a seed, kind of
Yeah.
save it for a rainy day kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, the next tweet comes in from A. Dot at the Howler, the _ Howler. 9 out of 10. It's a high rating.
Certified banger territory.
It is. What's the cutoff for a banger? Like 8?
Certified banger is 9-10.
Okay.
Banger 8. Anything else meaningless.
They shouldn't have bothered. 9 out of 10. Both the monsters the Moth created. They used the name, but I'm saying the Moth.
Okay.
Both the monsters the Moth created in 11's run are far worse than the Daleks simply because they're lifted from real world things that we encounter almost daily. The angels still have me looking intently at random statues as they get progressively more terrifying later on.
Worse as in like scarier, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
What's the second one?
What did they say again?
They say both the monsters the Moth created in 11's run.
What's the full context?
They're far worse than the Daleks because they're lifted from real world things.
See, I know another one, but I'm not sure it's lifted. Oh, kind of. Silence.
They're
Very
definitely
much based...
Moffat's second most iconic, I think.
Yeah, and they're another monster of Moffat's run.
So maybe then, yeah.
So and they're kind of like based off like this kind of like Men in Black sort of archetype.
I guess so. Yeah.
Make you forget Men in Black. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I like this because it's the same reaction I had from the Weeping Angels. When monsters are based in this rooted thing that is like tangible in your life and you could go out, leave your house and potentially see something that could resemble this. Like, I'm not running in fear of like a fucking garden compost bin out of a Dalek. But like, if you tell me a statue is a monster, then in the back of my mind forever, because I like Doctor Who, I'm going to think, oh, this could be a Weeping Angel, that.
I've long said it throughout this entire podcast that fucking he takes the everyday, something we're surrounded with every single day, and turns it into something scary. It's one of his strengths.
He's good at it. He's very, very good at it. And the last tweet comes in from Return of the Dastardly Wizard at King Carbonara. This installment of Still Got Legs should be only about Alex Kingston, who I share a birthday with. Happy birthday. It's not your birthday.
Whenever that is.
Happy birthday for you,
don't
Alex
know.
Kingston. I mean, yeah, it could be. Who knows? You can't help but fall in love with her all over again whenever she comes back. Genuinely one of the most inspired castings in the history of the show. I want her in every episode.
Congratulations on your recent birthday, which was on the 11th of March.
Oh, he did some research, everyone. Well done.
Hope you had a good birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, but was the trade-off of that research that you stopped listening to the tweet?
Yes,
I knew it. I know you so well.
Sorry. Go on.
You can't help but fall in love with her all over again whenever she comes back. Genuinely one of the most inspired castings in the history of the show. I want her in every episode.
Agreed. Yeah, she's great. She's genuinely one of the great elements of it. Yeah, anytime she shows up, I'm like, oh, we're in for a fun one. You know?
Yeah.
We're in for a fun romp. So.
And it is like brilliant casting. They're quite good at picking. Like, I'm not sure how well known Alex Kingston was before Doctor Who, but they're quite good at picking. Kind of.
She played Laurel and Sarah's mum in CW's Arrow.
Okay, so A-list of potential right there. No, it's good because Doctor Who casting, they've always been quite good at finding someone that's like got just enough of a portfolio for you to maybe someone knows them from somewhere, but then turning them into this great character star, which I think is very good. But anyway, that's the last of the tweets, Nathan. True. What's going on across...
The last of the tweets, you say?
The last of the tweet lords.
The last of the tweets. Okay. Well, Lawrence, this is from a certain Jay Sharma. Or should I say Junaid Sharma.
Okay.
Is it the same? Is it the same? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. What picture are you working with? Is there a picture in the email?
There's no picture. No, there's no picture. And I wouldn't dox this person by describing their picture.
No, but you could tell me the colours associated in the picture and I would know the colours.
Shut up. Subject, Lifeline. Hey, Nathan and friend. I've recently found this podcast.
I like this person even less now.
I've recently found this podcast and binge listened to the point that I'm all caught up. Way, we love that. Congratulations and thank you. Skipping the preamble and the excessive praise, I just wanted to say that what a lifeline this podcast has been for me. I've recently been going through a really tough time and feeling extremely low, and finding this podcast has honestly been such a blessed relief. The way you guys interact with each other feels so genuine and not at all staged like some other podcasts. You're warm, funny, insightful, and the podcast is fucking awesome. I thought you said you was going to skip the incessant praise. I feel weird.
And I feel bad because I've slated you for hoodwinking the system.
You should. Thank you so much for the lift you guys have given me during tough times. You guys remind me of my friendship with a former best friend from uni, with me in the Lawrence role.
I'm so sorry.
Unfortunately, while I identify with Lawrence the most, I have to say that regularly his takes are wild and Nathan's are clearly much better.
I see.
How can you not rate the Oods transformation? 3 question marks. How can you prefer that brown suit? Oh, and Lawrence, be yourself in the intros. You've got this. Isn't that nice?
Look, we were playing tennis with my feelings.
All jokes aside, within a couple of episodes, you became my favourite Doctor Who podcast. It took a full season for you to become my favourite podcast of all genres. Keep it up. Regards, Junaid, sent from my iPhone. What a sweet email that was.
I can't tell whether to be really chuffed or really offended, because there was a lot of me slander there, but a lot of good podcast talk. So I don't know.
You should be genuinely chuffed, Lawrence, and not put your own ego above this beautiful message that has been written in. Okay.
When we made the incredibly tough decision to shorten the Still Got Thoughts segment, I didn't think it would be you cherry picking emails that said that your opinions were better than mine.
Do you want to fucking switch to emails?
No.
You want to pick between all these? Because fucking hell, it's not easy, you know. Every week I'm like, oh, which one do I pick? We got quite a few this week, and it was genuinely hard to pick, to narrow it down to just 3. Okay?
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Thank you, Jay. That's very, very lovely of you to say.
Thank you very much. This is from our good friend Dr. Disco. The subject line, I'm just 10. Hello, Nathan and Lawrence. So I don't really have any interesting thoughts to share about The Time of Angels. To be honest, I was mostly focusing on the fact that River Song is back, brackets phenomenal, but I am writing to you because I couldn't resist drawing a quick little something after the last episode. I haven't gathered the courage to join the Discord server yet. It sounds a bit overwhelming for me, but I'm glad it's apparently going well, and again, feel free to share this there for me if it happens to match your vision maybe. I actually once saw a TikTok where someone replaced the Ken with 10 inside the song, but I can't find it anymore, which is very sad, but your conversation reminded me of the concept, and honestly, it's too good, and I'm happy you brought it up. And in the incredibly improbable case David Tennant won't be available, I think you should just sing and act it out yourselves, or just put the Doctor's head on Ken's or something. I don't know. I'd love to hear your parody in any case, from a person who was maybe a bit too obsessed with this song last year, and therefore is very normal about this specific topic. No pressure though. Angel face emoji. Looking forward to your discussion on Weeping Angels and the comeback of my beloved wife, River Song. And attached are 2 incredible pictures. You know how Dr. Disco always provides some great artwork.
Yeah, I went to pull up the email so that I could already check out the photos.
Oh, have you had a look on the email?
I haven't looked at them. I'm loading them up now.
Have a look at them now.
Oh my god! This is genuinely so impressive. What the hell?
It's great, isn't it? It's like it's the 10 and 10-2 Doctors in the kind of like I'm just Ken sort of like Void, whatever he sings that song in.
Yeah, in like the weird Grease Lightning room kind of thing.
Yeah, the blue and pink sort of space. We'll share them on Twitter. We'll share them in the Discord and stuff there, and Instagram as well. They're amazing, and Dr. Disco's work is always a chef's kiss, a beautiful stuff. And thank you very much for sending that in. We love it.
That is genuinely amazing. Yeah, great artwork. Also, don't be scared to join the Discord. It's a safe place. We promise.
It's for everyone, you know.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
No, I know.
We can understand and respect that. But hey, you're always welcome there if you do want to join it.
Exactly.
This last email is from Natalie Catarino. And the subject line is, "Oh, look, an American."
Oh no, are we about to get pulled up on some of the things that we've said about Americans?
We're about to get a telling off.
Oh no. Okay, go on.
Hello, sweetie. Brackets S, isn't it? Sweeties.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
Greetings from the States, Washington, D.C. specifically. I've been binge listening to your pod since the start of 2024, and I am now finally up to date. You've kept me company on my daily commute into the city, and I'm so sad that I will have to be a weekly experience from now on instead. Also, I've never been offended by any of the off-the-cuff comments about Americans you guys make on the pod. We are genuinely awful in so many ways. I am self-aware enough to know this. Don't worry. You said that, not me.
Look, we're from Britain, right? We're awful too.
We are very much awful. We live in a horrible country at the moment, and always, to be honest. But hey, the less said about that, the better at the moment.
Absolutely.
I'm also very bemused by your childhood anecdotes, as I was 16 when RTD1 first aired in America. We didn't even get Series 1. I don't think I saw Eccleston's run at all until much later. Tennant and Piper in their decontamination elevator scene in New Earth was my bi-panic sexual awakening, closely followed by the same with Arthur Darvill and Karen Gillan in a more general sense. While I don't have any New Who childhood memories, I do have an 8-year-old daughter who has watched most of the episodes with me. She thinks the scariest episode is The Empty Child / The Doctor Dances, brackets, I'll wait until she's a bit older to tell her the actual title of that last one. Good bit of fun. As we all know, it is the Doctor Fucks.
It is.
While I will always love Tennant's Doctor, this rewatch with the two of you has made me see that, as with most things we liked as teens, it isn't as good when you look back at it critically. See also emo music, fringe bangs, and dresses with jeans. Dresses with jeans. It would be a close tie between Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi for my true favourite incarnations of the Doctor. Peter Capaldi is such a fantastic actor that even though he can be a bit grumpy in the beginning, she cares so I don't have to. In my biased opinion, when he shines, he's in a class of his own. Also, as a queer woman of colour, Bill Potts was the first time I ever really saw myself in a companion, and nothing can beat that. I'm very much looking forward to getting into some Capaldi and Bill.
Was that a line?
Stuff.
Capaldi, she cares or something? What was that line?
Yeah, she cares so I don't have to.
That's a Capaldi line, is it?
That's the Capaldi line, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Clara introduces herself as the Doctor's carer, and he says, yeah, she cares so I don't have to.
Oh, that sounds meaty. That sounds like there's some stuff to chew on there. I know that he was supposed to be quite a frostier Doctor at first, so I'm excited to get to that point. To be fair, who's the companion you identify the most with?
Me?
Yeah, out of curiosity. That's just made me think.
I want to say Clara because she's bisexual. She is someone who. I can't say much about spoilers, but
okay. I didn't know if you were about to get super personal. I was like, oh, there's a lot of pauses happening here.
She can be. I can't say.
Okay, a sizzle.
And I'm not sure if it's just because. Spoiler alert: Clara's also my favorite companion as well.
It might be that, yeah.
Yeah, so I might just be thinking that, but
mine is River Song because, like her, I am incredibly sexy.
Okay, great,
and have charm out the wazoo.
Okay.
Well, they were saying that was an interesting point about the things aren't as good when you look back on them.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't say I agree regarding the RTD1. But
come on, you've had some.
No, there's been some stinkers that I thought were bangers. I will say,
you've had some nostalgia goggles have been lifted moments.
Yes. All right, fine.
I Raise You End of Time Part 1.
Yeah,
okay.
That was a special case. Okay.
Some thoughts on the Time of Angels. You can add Alex Kingston to my list of Doctor Who women who contributed to my queer awakening. She is Mother. It is true. I'm sure you guys discussed this already, but I believe this is the first episode Matt Smith and Karen Gillan filmed. The chemistry and Matt's performance, considering that, is just incredible. Very true.
Yeah,
very true.
Very true.
Everything between River and Amy, considering their future, is also excellent on Rewatch. Spoilers. Yeah, we did.
There's so many tweets and emails this week about like Potential relationships to be defined later.
Spoilers. As a very lapsed Catholic, I get a kick out of the interpretation of the future of the church. So
there we go. Okay,
yeah. I love Amy and River just giggling about the Doctor, not competing or anything like that. Moffat does have his issues with writing women, but at least we didn't have to deal with a Sarah Jane / Rose situation.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. I love Amy winking to avoid blinking, but I would be fucked in that situation. I can't wink at all. The moment River asks the Doctor if he's sure about switching off his torch, and he had this slight grin and says no, is so the Doctor. And for his first episode, chef's kiss. I'm not really a fan of Moffat reusing the Vashta Narada possession communication thing with the angels. It takes away some of the mystery, in my opinion, even though we do get some amazing dialogue out of it. Didn't everyone ever tell you there's one thing you never ever put in a trap? If you're smart, if you value your continued existence, if you have any plans about seeing tomorrow, there's one thing you never ever put in a trap. Me. I enjoy that cliffhanger. Here isn't a how will the Doctor get out of this one moment, but more of a what epic badassery has the Doctor pulled off this time.
Yeah,
that actually has a pretty cool reveal in the next episode. Whoops, spoilers.
Whoa! Finishing the email with a little catchphrase. I like that. That's very good.
Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the oh so awful Dr. Amy shenanigans next week. Lots of love.
Is that next week?
That's next week. Lots of love, Nat, she, her, aka Pearl Goblin 892 on your fabulous Discord server.
There we go.
P.S. Feel free to save this email for future mailbag episode if that's something you're planning. Oh, we don't know.
We have no idea.
No idea. I'm so lost on this. I have no idea. If you have any ideas, let me know, because I don't.
No, Nathan, I think what needs to happen is we stop taking on ideas and me and you sit down and have an idea.
Maybe.
We're in this scenario because we've taken on too many other ideas.
Maybe. PPS, I am curious if you have any dream TARDIS team combinations, if you could mix them up. For example, I would have loved to have seen the Scottish matchup of 12 and Amy, or a Missy River 12 storyline. I was also never a fan of the Rose 10 romance, but I always thought Clara and 10 would have had better chemistry, since they're both just a teensy bit arrogant and smug. I was kind of trying to say that a little bit. Clara is a bit arrogant and smug. But,
okay, a bit kind of...
And I think I can be a bit arrogant and smug at times as well.
I think everyone can, to a degree.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry, is how Nat finishes off this email. Clara and 10 does give Clara a kiss at one point.
Oh yes, I'm with you now. Yeah.
He has a bit of look at this Riz I have moment. But when it comes to Clara, I can't, man. I'm so gatekeepy about a particular Man, you guys are not ready for Series 8 and 9. I am going to be
I feel like I'm not
insufferable.
ready for it.
I am going to be so insufferable when we get to Series 8 and 9. Because, look, I've never been particularly, I've never been hugely on board with 10 and Rose. That's not my ship. I've always said that. It's like, I like them. I see the appeal. It's just personally not for me. But oh boy, there's gonna be a ship a-sailing pretty soon.
Okay. I want to see the 11th Doctor and Jackie Tyler.
Okay.
Mainly because I feel
I would want to see the 12th Doctor and Jackie Tyler.
Well, no, because the 12th... Well, I don't know too much about how the 12th Doctor progresses, but my reasoning for 11 and Jackie Tyler is because the 10th Doctor can be silly. And Jackie can barely stomach and put up with that on the best of days. The 11th Doctor's silliness, Jackie would be like, it would be such a, what the fuck are you doing, mate? Jackie would so quickly lose her patience in that dynamic that I would love that.
Yeah, I feel like it would be, the other way around with 12 and Jackie. Like 12 would be like, I don't know, he'd have a heart attack or something.
Can you imagine like 12 and Mickey? Like, I'm talking season 1 useless Mickey.
Season 8, 12, and season 1 Mickey.
I think the 12th Doctor from season 8 would kill Mickey. Like I actually think he might possibly kill him.
He might, yeah.
Throw him out the TARDIS in space when no one's looking and be like, whatever did happen to Mickey?
13 and Martha could be cool.
That could be very cool, actually. I would quite like that, yeah.
Always would love to see Martha get another opportunity to appear. And yeah, they could have some good adventures, some good chemistry.
I want to see Sarah Jane's soda pop son, Luke, with... the first Doctor.
Okay.
What do you mean you're made out of soda pop?
You were there, boy.
What is a fizzy drink?
My dear boy, I'm from the 51st century. I haven't heard of such contraptions as a soda pop, boy.
Will you get fizzy if I shake you?
Oh, dream. I love Third Doctor and 12th Doctor would be very fun because they're both like older gentlemen with a certain style of dress and you know,
Bit
they'll do a bit of karate. Yeah, distinguished gentlemen, the James Bond-esque. Yeah. They will. They'll do a bit of you know.
I do.
You know what they're always doing.
Yeah, they're going here.
Yeah, they're having fun with it.
Good.
Yeah, so there we go. Thank you everyone for writing in this week. Again, if you didn't get your message read out, we will send a reply to you. Usually on the day this episode comes out. So if you haven't received it yet, just stay tuned or shoot us a message and we'll get back to you. But yeah, that's everything, Lawrence.
Well, lovely stuff. In that case, thank you very, very much for listening, everyone. If you've enjoyed the show, please feel free to leave us a little 5-star review. It would be very much appreciated. You can do that directly through your podcast platform of choice. Apple is always a good one, though, because they allow you to write a little message, and it's always nice to read and hear what you think about the show. And just great space to call Nathan Welsh if you're up for it.
I'm not Welsh.
Well... you can also follow us on Twitter at StillGotLegsPod. Be sure to mosey on over there to keep up with the latest cool things going on, as well as responding to Nathan's tweets and dropping your thoughts on the next episode we're going to be covering. If you are not on social media, however, fear not. Your thoughts can still be sent over to stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com each week. As you've just heard, we're picking out a handful of responses and reading them out on the podcast. Be sure to check out the Discord server as well. Great stuff going on over there. Link in the description to join that. Nathan, we have another podcast as well, don't we?
We do, Lawrence. It's called Another Happy Pod. It's our pop culture podcast where every week we get together and discuss something from that realm, be it a movie, a TV show, a video game, or something else entirely. Although not really, but maybe coming up. Actually, we've got some new stuff we're delving into.
Oh yeah, that's actually true.
Yes, yeah. So a bit of an experiment, as it were.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see those listeners dive bomb into the tens.
I reckon if anything, it could take a boost with one of them at least.
That is true, and it also entirely does depend on whether that's a hate listen or a good listen, depending on the thing we're talking about.
Yeah, it might be bad news for us.
Yeah,
but, hey,
but those downloads,
though. Keep them coming.
God.
Yeah, so check that out. If you love dinosaurs, then boy, is it the season for you, because it is Jurassic March.
Oh, boy.
2 episodes out so far. Jurassic Park 3 on the way. Well, will be out now, actually, by the time. So 3 episodes. I tell a lie. All 3 are out, unless we've died and haven't had a chance to record. Oh, wait. No. 3 won't be out.
3 won't be out?
No. Yeah, no. Of course it won't. No. We want to... Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
we're thrown off so bad.
We're so thrown off. Yeah, no. 2 will be out. I tell a lie. I'm very sorry. 3 will be coming this Friday.
There we go. There's 2 Jurassic Marches out now. Go and listen to them and have a good time.
Yes. The 3rd Jurassic March comes later in the week.
Yes.
And again, Discord server. Maybe we'll be in there after our podcast doing a little chat, you know?
Who knows?
Join us. Let us know.
The only way to find out is to be there and to be online 24/7.
We're not telling you when it'll be. You just have to figure it out.
If you're a true member of the Discord community, you'll never ever drop offline, not for a second. Nathan, speaking of having a fun Jurassic time, it won't be Jurassic, but everyone that enjoys this podcast, good news. We will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. New outro.
I thought you was announcing something.
What is this? The only thing I've announced is that new outro. Do you hear how smooth and clean that was?
That was great, Lawrence. Well done. And for everyone else listening, I would just like to say I love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.